Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently watched Ninja Assassin, and this film actually came out in 2007, but I had never heard of it. I didn't even know it existed, and I'm a huge fan of martial arts, so this was my cup of tea. Um, it was directed by the Wachowski brothers, so you know it's going to be straight up action the whole way through, and it kicks butt. It has just a very intriguing storyline that connects to Morocco and how the clans were actually formed, and it makes me wonder if that's true. I don't know for fact if that is indeed actual. I do know that a lot of things were borrowed and moved around due to the Silk Road because, well, the Chinese introduced the Italians to spaghetti or noodles before they actually said, oh, we really enjoy this. Let's incorporate it into our own food. So they did. And it just spices and silks and different methodologies of architecture, artwork, mathematics, science. I mean, everything traveled along the Silk Road, and a lot of things would not have occurred had it not been for the Silk Road, and we know this, but it just, that whole mythology, I'm thinking that that was true, because it just doesn't seem like it would be falsified, but it really has a lot of resemblance to Ninja Gaiden or Shinobi. It feels like that just because you've got ninjas involved, but you have Raizo, who is trained in the ways of the black sand, and oh, it's it's like Tokyo Shock. It takes no prisoners from the very get-go. You think, oh dear lord, what have I gotten myself into? But it's so worthwhile. It's not just gore for gore's sake, or hacking and slashing and stabbing and cutting and vivisecting and dismembering for that sake. But despite that, it's a straightforward revenge is a dish best served cold sort of story, and honor plays into it. But it's really an intriguing tale, and the camera angles in and of themselves really give this a very comic book feel, especially the lighting. I love the way that the directors did this, especially with the final fight scene with Raizo and his sensei. I thought, oh yeah, throwdown. But we're enveloped in quite a bit of storyline, and it's actually really quite amazing, especially the whole healing technique that the sensei illustrates. And I'm thinking it reminds me a lot of Reiki because secret, you see this? Yeah, you can't tell that I even had anything, but I actually accidentally cut myself before I was making Christmas dinner, and I applied Reiki to it, and it only took me 2 days to actually overcome. I'm a very fast healer anyway, but it only took me a couple days, and actually I was healing a little bit faster than that, and I looked at it one day, and I thought, what happened? I clawed it almost instantly, and I thought, that's... wait a minute. It almost scared me, but I thought, yeah, it is an intelligent energy, and yes, it does work. It's been around for eons, and I love to consider the fact that we humans are learning more about our own energetic bodies, because we don't really understand how energy works, how vibration actually functions, and it goes beyond our cognizance. But anyways, this film had some of the most unbelievable action sequences I have seen in a good long while, and enough sanguinary fluid to make any action fan happy and appeased. As far as films are concerned, I give it 2 thumbs and 5 stars. I mean, no quibbling, quabbling, kvetching, no flaws. There was nothing that was there was nothing wrong in this film, and there were actually some really good morals to take from it too. But the Black Sands had a very screwed up morale and law that they lived by, especially when where Kiriko was concerned. I'm not going to say why, but when that scene occurred, I thought, no, not Kiriko, why? He loves her. And yeah, it's just, it broke my heart, and it was one of the harder scenes to watch, other than a lot of the scenes where Raizo was being disciplined by his sensei with the 5-finger death punch. I thought, oh, I mean, I literally, I don't flinch, but I'm an empath, so I can actually feel that. Yeah, that it doesn't feel too good. It hurts. And that's just the weirdest thing. I've always had that ever since I was a child, and my dad had it too, so it must be hereditary. But it ended on a very uplifting, enlightening, just sort of very zen ending, up in the, well, not really up, yeah, it did end up in the air. And I really like the characters, especially Mika. Mika, she demonstrated how people who are kind can sometimes be taken advantage of, and she did what she felt was right and followed her integrity, and her her gentle spirit ended up getting her in trouble, but it actually, goodness is its own reward, and we could see that, and it's just, it's so satisfactory. It just is just so appealing, and I really don't have that much else to say about the film, other than I agree with my beloved TTR, as there should be a sequel, because the actor who played Raizo is still young, and he can still kick butt and take names. Why isn't he in more action films like Jet Li? Jet Li, don't get me wrong, I adore Jet Li, and Jet Li is one of my idols, but it's time to let Jackie Chan and Jet Li and Van Damme have retirement now and get some of these new guys in, some of the new blood. That would be great, but yeah, I'm not in charge, so c'est la vie, right? That's all I gotta say, so until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.